Ever wondered if someone likes you through their texts? Misunderstanding text messages can lead to awkward situations. In fact, 70% of young adults often complain about misinterpreting textual emotions. Ignoring these signs might mean missing out on a great connection. Knowing how to read these messages is crucial for your social life. So, let's start. Number 1. They consistently initiate. If your phone consistently lights up with messages from them, whether it's a morning greeting, a midday check-in, or a post-work chat, you might be the star of their texting universe. Texting first can feel like stepping onto a social stage where the spotlight is uncertain. It's often seen as a move that exposes vulnerability, making people cautious. So, when someone takes the plunge, starts the conversation, and even sends those good morning texts, it's similar to them breaking through the barrier of awkwardness. It's not just about the frequency, but also the initiative they take to express their interest loudly and clearly through the texting cues. So, if you find your inbox graced with their initial messages, consider it a bold brushstroke on the canvas of affection. Number 2. They choose bedtime. Picture this. The day is winding down, the world hushed and serene. Now, if someone chooses this tranquil time to share their thoughts with you, it's like an invitation into their cozy bedtime routine. Texting before sleep is a deliberate decision, a subtle way of saying, "I want you in my nighttime world." Whether they're sharing the day's tales or simply keeping the chat alive until sleep takes over, it's a small but meaningful gesture of affection. Falling asleep mid-text? That's a sweet quirk, a gentle reminder that even dreams are paired with the hues of your connection. So, when bedtime arrives and the texts keep coming, it's a silent acknowledgement that you're the final thought before they dive deep into the world of dreams. Number 3. They want a world beyond texts. How about when they don't just want to stick to the texting, but want to be a part of your real world? Another green flag is when they don't just want to stick to the texting world, they want to be a part of your real world. Think about it. Do they drop lines like, "I wish I was there with you," or "We could totally hang out if I didn't have work"? If yes, then that's not just casual banter. These are their not-so-subtle ways of saying, "Hey, let's move beyond texts and make these plans real." Beyond those messages, they're daydreaming of a world where you're not just a screen name, but a real-life presence. It's their way of expressing the desire for a connection that transcends the digital space, where your interactions become more than just words on a screen. Number 4. Texting the day after. Ever noticed how, right after meeting you, they can't resist texting you about the day you've spent together? It's like a dead giveaway of someone's romantic interest in you. Picture this. You say goodbye and ping, a text arrives. And it's not just any text, it's a continuation of your real-life meetup. Sneaky, right? But there's more to it. When they text after a meeting, it's like hitting the replay button on your interaction. Those texts about your appearance or how the day went show how they're thinking about you even after you've left. It's like they can't get enough of the connection, and that's a pretty sweet sign. Now, do not be fooled if the conversation seems like playful teasing. It might be about how messy your hair looked or how you fell off that chair, but it still means they're thinking of you. Number 5. The Shakespearean texts. You know how most people aren't big fans of texting? It's like pulling teeth sometimes. But hold up, if they're bombarding your inbox with these epic, detailed messages, guess what? They're totally hooked on texting you. Picture this. You unlock your phone expecting to see the usual lol or okay, but nope. Instead, you get this virtual novel, complete with details and feelings. Now, why on earth would someone go all Shakespeare on a text? It's not just about the words, it's about laying it all out there. Those lengthy messages are like a backstage pass to their world, a VIP ticket to their thoughts and emotions. So those long messages scream, "I want you in my world." It's like sharing the secret source of their thoughts. Each text becomes a brushstroke, painting a masterpiece of their inner thoughts. Number 6. Sharing triumphs, big and small. You're going about your day and suddenly you receive a text. Not just any text, but the text where someone spills the beans about their big promotion, their exciting plans, or maybe even a simple win like acing a test. That's one telltale sign that they hold you up on a pedestal. Being the first person they text when something important happens is a bit like winning a backstage pass to their life. It shows they value your opinion, your reactions, and simply having you in the front row of the grand spectacle of their life. It's like you're their personal cheerleader, the one they want to share all the good stuff with first. People tend to hit up those they really care about when something significant goes down. So, if you're the chosen one of these important updates, congratulations! They want you to be a part of their highs and lows, turning you into a real player in their story. Number 7. Emojis, the digital expression of affection. Now, we all know that emojis add that extra zing to our words, right? But what happens when someone starts tossing in heart emojis, kiss emojis, and maybe even a few heart-eyed smileys? Well, that's like turning up the intensity of the text game. Emojis, especially the affectionate ones like hearts and kisses, are the secret sauce in a text. When your crush decides to liberally sprinkle these emojis into the conversation, it's akin to turning up the emotional volume. It's their way of saying, hey, this isn't just a casual chat, there's a bit of extra emotion here. Imagine this, you're discussing your outfits and colors, which suit you, and suddenly, amidst the words, there's a heart emoji or a blowing kiss emoji. Subtle, right? But those little symbols are like a whispered confession in the digital world, a silent acknowledgement of the feelings simmering beneath the surface. So when emojis start flooding your texts, especially the lovey-dovey ones, interpret it as a sign that your crush has cranked up the intensity. Number 8. The playful language. Interpreting texts is all about reading between the lines and understanding the emotions behind the words. Imagine being in the middle of your meeting and suddenly, ping, a text arrives. But it's not just any text, it's your name stretched out like a taffy. Harry! Or a heartfelt plea to listen. Listen! When your crush extends those words, it's like they're adding an extra layer of warmth and familiarity to the conversation. It's a cue that you're not just any friend on their contact list, you're someone special, someone they're getting close to. It's the digital equivalent of a friendly hug or a playful nudge, a sign that they're letting you into their inner circle. Now, as the connection deepens, these enduring stretches might evolve into sweet nicknames like Pumpkin or Cutie Pie, or a short, cute form of your name, which is also a sign that someone is feeling closer to you. So when words start stretching and nicknames start flowing, interpret it as a symphony of closeness and a clear indicator that there's something more than casual texting happening in the digital air. Number 9. Apologetic return. Ever gone through the confusion when someone you've been texting suddenly vanishes into the digital void? It's like a virtual disappearing act, leaving you wondering about the why and where. Now, when they reappear with an apology, it's a subtle but significant clue. Apologizing for the vanishing act or offering a valid reason is more than just manners, it's a peek into their emotional landscape. Research indicates that when someone takes the time to explain their absence, it signals a level of care and consideration for the relationship. It's an acknowledgement that they value the connection and genuinely miss it when they're away. So when that "I'm sorry for being gone" text pops up, see it as more than just words. It's a digital bridge back into your world, conveying that their absence was noted and they respect the connection enough to offer an explanation. Number 10. Vulnerability for a closer bond. Ever heard the saying, sharing the depth of your soul creates the strongest connections? As it turns out, there's truth to this notion, especially when it comes to newly developed feelings. When someone genuinely likes you, they want to uncover the layers of your personality. They often text you questions about your hobbies, favorite things, or even your viewpoints. For them, it's like extending a hand into your world. It's not just mere curiosity, it's a sincere effort to understand you better and build a stronger connection. Opening up and sharing personal aspects of their own lives is a two-way street to fostering trust and building a closer bond. So, when the gates of questions swing wide open and they start revealing pieces of themselves, consider it a delightful invitation to a more profound connection. It's a sign that they're not here for superficial conversations, but are genuinely committed to creating a meaningful and enjoyable relationship with you. If you have made it this far, comment down below with the word 100% to confirm that you have received the knowledge from this video. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.